All right. Hold on. Let me see something. I'm gonna invite people. Why not? Score you. Where you at? Okay. Okay. I invited about 20 people. Thank you, baby. Okay, it's your girl once again coming to you live. You know how we do it. Reporting straight out of South Florida. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. I've been kind of like trying to just woosah from, the social media. I think it's always good for, your overall well-being. I'm talking about content creators, us content creators, because I'm speaking to myself too. I think that it's good for us to, take healthy breaks from creating content, from constantly pouring into other people's cups, because you can't really pour from out of a unfilled cup. You know what I'm saying? So mental health is important. So I've been protecting my mental health. I've been protecting my well-being. I have been restoring. I have been re-energizing. I have been trying to show up as the best me every single day and be better than I was. My competition is with no one. My competition is with me to make sure that I show up each day better than I was the day before. And, I have principles and values that not necessarily everybody else may follow, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I go to FAU, and we're big on diversity, so I get it. Everybody is different, and so, oftentimes I find that we want to be accepted. However, we don't know how to accept other people's boundaries. We don't know how to appreciate other people's greatnesses and gifts and stuff. And so I've been taking a break just to appreciate my own, because not everybody is going to appreciate and see the uniqueness in you. Sometimes you have to see the uniqueness in you, and that's God for real, because we've all made in God's beautiful image, wonderful image, truthful image. And so the last video that I really did where I was live, I went to go see my Aunt Rose, and it was so disappointing, hurtful. I was a little embarrassed, shameful, that all that had to go down the way it did. And I'm not gonna really talk too much about that last video, because
the video was wonderful. No, it was the response to her visit that was bad and all that other stuff. Her video was wonderful though. That was a beautiful praise session. It was a wonderful praise session. You know what I'm saying? Despite how she had been lightweight assaulted. And, whoever seen the video seen that. So it doesn't matter, but she was disappointed because the outcome.
No, I wasn't lightweight assaulted. I was assaulted, and I was assaulted by another woman of color.
Yeah.
And it was very. Yeah, I was assaulted. Yeah. She put her hands on me, and not only that, it was, with a weapon, because her hands was wet. I don't know what that was. I still haven't determined what that was. I know that, the whole situation has made me not be on social media live and has prevented me from my purpose for the last 11 days.
But what it's not going to do is stop her from going to her Aunt Rose's birthday party on the 17th, because she was called by the police and was told that she can no longer go over her, the director. Well, Miss Director, I hope you see this, because if you don't want us to file charges, you shouldn't have no problem with her coming to visiting her aunt, especially after reviewing the video.
And I wasn't imposing on anybody's rights. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have rights. Everybody knows that I do optimal health as well. That's not a secret. I've been doing that for a while, quite some time now, and everybody knows me. really that know me personally, they know I've worked in healthcare facilities. I've probably taken care of their mama, auntie, brother, daddy, cousin, sister, or brother. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Lexington, Kentucky. Now, I haven't had much work history here in Florida, the state of Florida. However, my work history speaks for itself in Kentucky, period. So, you know, my auntie has Parkinson's. The last video that I did, I was just, you know, for my own mental health and sanity and, you know, documentation that I want to make sure that my aunt, and not just my Aunt Rose, but everybody who's in a facility, a long-term facility, should still be treated with dignity. You know, people think that just because you're 40, 42, 60, 70, 80, that you don't have a quality of life, and that's wrong. If God seen fit for you to still be here with breath in your body, then your life matters.
So we found
your well-being matters.
So we found it strange that one of her best friends, a lady that we know personally, she came to visit several times since we've been living in South Florida. She didn't know how to find her until Samira let her know.
Hey, Paula.
And then one of her own sisters didn't know where she was.
Thank you, baby.
So why are the people that Rose wants or loves, why are they being prevented from talking to Rose or even know where Rose is?
And you don't think that's imposing of her quality of life? I have a friend, I know a well-known friend of Aunt Rose's who lives right here in Florida that has the means to really go and see her and maybe uplift her spirits. That's right here, and she's been looking for Aunt Rose. That's my Aunt Rose's friend. One of the last visits that she came down here, she stayed with her. You know? And to keep somebody away from the people they love, especially when they don't have children, that's cruel. That's cruel. But anyways, like I said, I'm not going to really, I'll be touching on, you know, that issue a little bit in the video because it all ties in, it's relevant. However, I was not happy, I was not pleased with the way that my aunt was being treated in the facility that she's in. And I hope that they make the necessary corrections that they need to make, you know, the residents there feel the quality of life
so on the 17th,
that they should be receiving.
So on the 17th, when my wife comes to the facility, if she's denied entrance into the facility, she's going straight to the police station and filing a charge.
And people are saying, "Wow, I recorded." Good thing I did record it. Good thing I recorded myself going to see my Aunt Rose.
And having a wonderful time in the fellowship and worship with her roommate and Aunt Rose.
Because her roommate happens to like me. That wasn't the first time I've been there. Her roommate really likes me, and I really like her too. Matter of fact, I love her. She says she prays for my Aunt Rose 10 times a day. And I know that lady is definitely in her right frame of mind.
She's definitely telling the truth.
And she's definitely telling the truth. And if anybody's truth should matter out of this whole situation, not even mine.
It's hers.
It's her truth.
Yes.
Nobody can deny how she felt when I came. The things she was saying when I came. So when that video is reviewed,
because it will be,
then I think people will go and check on their own family members who might be in a long-term facility or specifically that one. So people in power, you know, the name of this video is Dear G.I. Jane. She said, "You, dignity and respect." She said, "Love you. Dignity and respect shall follow us all the days of our life." Salah. That's right. That's right, Miss Woe. Absolutely. Shout out to the Thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds is in the building. Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, like I said, if God sees fit for you to still be here having blood pumped through your veins and air circulating through your body, then you deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. Thank you, Paula, for real, because sometimes I feel like people like us are far and few in between. Because the people in power are able to dangle carrots and make it seem like things that are immoral is righteous. And that's not cool, because God works through people, not things. God works through people in the system for it to even be a system. God has to have people. And if we don't start respecting one another, then we are definitely going to be in a bad shape. We'll all have just not good qualities of life. In in the standing under God. One nation under God. And as a healthcare worker, I had to report that. I had to. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to go and have a wonderful visit with my auntie. People have been saying some really nasty, mean things in my comments on YouTube, saying that, oh, she had crocodile tears, and she knew what she was doing when she went, and this and that. First of all, my husband encouraged me, okay, to record my encounter with my Aunt Rose. She had already willingly did a interview on my channel.
And I told her not to record Aunt Rose, keep it on herself.
And I did that, and I know that as a healthcare worker, provider. You know what I'm saying?
But nothing was wrong with that worship. That was a worship service.
But
if anybody had any kind of sense, it definitely helped Aunt Rose.
So it shouldn't be a matter of whether or not I record it. It should be the matter of whether or not there's any dignity and respect involved in the situation from the services that's supposed to be provided to the residents that live there. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that have to live there and go through what they're going through.
Okay, and on the video is somebody scurrying away, and my wife asked, "Would you like to talk?" Because it's funny that she's coming from visiting Aunt Rose.
And I'm waiting on the supervisor.
Hold on. Yeah, still waiting on the supervisor. We still waiting on you, Miss Supervisor. But it's funny that she just came from visiting Aunt Rose. You're on your way to see Aunt Rose, but you don't have 2 seconds to talk about anything?
To your niece?
Like how the service is?
I haven't even seen you, Aunt Aisha.
Like how has the service been over here from your perspective? Because I'm not here all the time. I'm the mayor, so I'm not here all the time.
My Aunt Aisha Gordon. I have spared her out of the videos because I really was trying to respect her with some dignity. However, my Aunt Aisha is the Aisha Gordon. She is the mayor of Oakland Park. Okay? And
she's also what's her name, I believe, for Aunt Rose.
And I think I could be wrong.
The person who can make sure who can come see her, who can complain to the director. She don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
She took what the nurses said and went to the director and complained, and the director had the police call my wife. Now my wife don't need the police calling her for nothing. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? But it's people in power like to play games, and that's what this video is about. This video is about you people that have power in this world with the devil think that y'all gonna win over God, and you're sadly and surely mistaken. Because G.I. Jane and Aunt Aisha are best friends. Well, they might not consider themselves best friends, but they pretty much business partners.
Well, people in power, they do things different.
Yeah.
They move different.
Yeah. Because
they got to, and they use other people to advance their agendas.
But you ain't going to be using a mirror, Chiquita. I already called CPS on you. You're lucky you didn't catch no case from that. But you've been reaching out so much so that you use my own sister, Tanya Mays Hobley, principal at my daughter's ex-school, because she's going to be homeschooled. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, use my sister to reach out to a mirror. I've been constantly reaching out to a mirror when you know it's not in her best interest to fool with you.
So Chiquita Shields, a.k.a. G.I. Jane, a.k.a. the stepmama from hell, that I had to endure abuse from, physical, mental, and spiritual abuse from, okay? Because I've been sparing her too.
Still has not apologized, and if you really, really wanted to be in Amira's life and let her know you love her, you would have just apologized to her mama. Because you was wrong. You been wrong. You dead wrong, for real. And that's why you keep reaching out to Amira. It's not because you love her.
Let me tell y'all how I met my stepmama, Chiquita Shields, a.k.a. or B.K.A. G.I. Jane.
Because didn't you just visit Rose when she was in Tallahassee? And Aunt Rose ain't doing real good, and she don't like you.
My Aunt Rose don't like Chiquita.
And you don't like her. And you don't like her. You don't like her. You don't stand over top of her while she's at her frailest moment. Like you did Miss Darlene.
A.K.A. BKAB. My mama.
You stood over Miss Darlene at her weakest moment. That's how Samira met you. And then you stood over her aunt, which didn't like you, at her weakest moment. Why?
Why do you go at people's
family, and her family, and you as Frank's divorced?
And why do you feel like you still got to be a part of my daughter's life when I already told you, if you hate me, then you hate my daughter?
And the reality of that statement is, if you can't respect somebody you abused and at the very least apologize, you could have been moved forward.
And Sequoia, I'm glad you on here. I told you, Sequoia, quit sending messages from Chiquita to me. That's your cousin. Okay, so that's my sister's mother.
Once again, that's another person, because you had your sister Moshan do it. You've had your sister Moshan do it.
You had your daughter
on several occasions. You had your daughter do it.
You had Tanya do it.
You had my sister do it. And then you just had Sequoia doing it. So CPS might won't.
So Sequoia, like I told you, because you said you didn't want to relay a message to Chiquita. Well, okay, send this video to Chiquita. Chiquita, do not reach out for my daughter. Don't use Sequoia. Don't use Ashanti. Don't use Tanya. Don't use
and don't use Frank Hall.
And don't
use
Frank.
The last time I checked, Frank was asking for Samira, telling Samira let him get a mural. She told him no. And when we finally let her go, you take him straight to Chiquita. So Chiquita, you get your way with everybody, don't you? But not with Timothy.
And it's a control issue.
But not with Timothy, because Timothy don't serve the devil. He serves God. And my wife, she serves God. And we love each other. So no weapon formed shall prosper. But you doing that to hurt her, and really you doing it to hurt Samira, and you really doing it to, it don't matter. You really doing it to hurt Samira, and you really doing, and Chiquita, you really trying to hurt Frank, because Samira's the only one Frank knows in his whole life really care about him. That's everybody.
And for real, Chiquita, you know, I'm the only one that really cared about you too. See, we're not going to go there. You want to use my energy. That's what you want to use. You tried to suck all my energy out, but you mad because you couldn't. And now you want to suck my daughter's energy out. But I won't let you. See, you always want control. But see, for real, what it is the reason why I know if you hate me, you hate my daughter too, is because when you have my daughter and you got Ashanti with you, you make my daughter feel less than, the same way you used to make me feel.
And I wonder how she felt when you got in that car wreck and the car hit on her side and you don't even take her to the hospital. I bet your car got fixed.
Well, Sequoia, you did get it started, because I already told you that the reason why me and your friendship ain't what it is because everything I tell you or say, you got to run back and tell Chiquita like you a fucking minion.
And you just stayed with us.
So what you run back and tell her then? So no, I don't want you to come back down here. I would love for Sequoia to come down here, but I don't need the informant Sequoia to come down here to report back to G.I. Jane and Sergeant Frank. I'm tired. That's why I moved away from Lexington, to get away from y'all. I love you, Sequoia, but that's the reason why I left, and you already know, and you keep trying to pull me back in there.
So Samira loves you. We cool. But what we ain't going to do is focus on you. We're going to focus on G.I. Jane. All right? G.I. Jane, you put Samira out. Samira's going to graduate from FAU. Y'all didn't even encourage her to go to school, first off. Come on now. Let's keep it 1,000. She's about to graduate and is about to go get her master's degree. Y'all playing. She could have been done all this. So let's get back to the roots of things. Why you sabotage Samira every step of the way? First time you did it, you kicked her out right before she was going to graduate from high school. You kicked her out. You beat her and then kicked her out. Come on, quit playing.
Did you do that to Ashanti when she didn't come home from prom?
No, she sure the hell didn't. Next step, Samira gets accreditations that you didn't even have.
Sequoia said, I didn't report nothing. I told her she loved her. The fuck?
Okay, well, whatever. Don't take it personal. Just ride. Anyway, because you've been on the bus. So what we ain't going to do is take it personal. My wife just told you that she wants you to come down here, not the one with tentacles on her.
Yeah, but I don't
not the one with tentacles, but not the one with tentacles on her. Now, they ain't going to stop me. No, y'all not going to stop me. Y'all not going to make me lose my train of thought. All right, the next thing is Samira gets the accreditations that this motherfucker don't even have.
She don't get a shot at the directorship, but she put in all that work. Now, make that shit make sense. Sabotage, that's sabotage number 2. Here's sabotage number 3. Samira's family doing her thing with the music. Really good, make it. Oh, go have a child, Samira.
And I don't even like bring that up because it make it seem like I'm a good.
No, go have a child. Go have a child, Samira. At this
like
time,
that.
and at this time, your ass got some money. So why, if you tell her to have a child but don't have no connections, that ain't even healthy. Okay.
You don't know if I can have children or
You've been trying to make her feel less than. You already try to make her feel less than. And here's why. Because if you keep her close to you, you can steal her energy.
Is that what you're doing with them children at the daycare? You stealing their energy too? Is that what you've been doing?
Because every step of the way, none of that makes sense. Sabotage, sabotage, sabotage. None of it.
But you love my daughter.
And we know Frank don't, because he told her to get an abortion and took her straight to your ass as soon as we gave him to her. Gave her to him.
Yeah, my dad told me to have an abortion with my daughter.
But then as soon as we let Frank get her for a little while, I told her to keep her with Dion and you, nigga. He takes her straight to you, Chiquita. Why? Then she gets in a car wreck and you don't even fucking take her to the hospital. See, you better be glad your ass got away with them last videos, people shit that I was saying, because people think I'm crazy. So, you can say, oh, Till's crazy. But trust and believe, I know what I'm talking about. And now with that little last message you just sent her, because if you really cared about Amira, you could have did something for her, anything. You've been sending people to send messages. You don't know what we go through or what we doing. We living righteously, so we don't have much at all. But you don't care about none of that. And if we was crazy and tripping, y'all ain't never came to the rescue. You a fucking child care provider. You ain't called CPS to come over here. You know why? Ain't nobody walked up in here and talked crazy to me. You know why? It ain't because everybody's scared of me. It's because y'all work for the devil and I work for God. Good things are happening for her. So leave her alone.
Please leave me alone.
You know what I'm saying?
Please leave if you fucking with my children, then you messing with me. So leave me alone for my own mental my well-being matters. My mental health matters.
And Frank Hall, she's messing with your daughter to get at you.
And it's been that way. It just didn't start today. It's been that way.
When you stood over top of her mother's frail body.
Just like you stood over Aunt Rose's. You know you don't like Aunt Rose. You hate Aunt Rose.
And just like you beat her and kicked her out and then made her feel like that she was nothing.
And Aunt Rose was the only person that really was like trying to,
told you to stop fucking with her niece.
So that's why I have respect for my auntie. Because when my dad didn't have no spine, he was spineless and letting that bitch keep beating on me. Excuse my French for lack of better words, but that's what it is.
So what does she have on you, Frank Hall? What does she got on you?
That allow you to let her abuse your own children. And now your granddaughter. And you wondering why you talking about, well, why you ain't giving Dion the respect she deserves and needs? Well, won't you ask G.I. Jane? Because every time Amira be like, I want to see Nana, or Nana said this, and she'll, Nana said this, and she'll say it in front of Chiquita. She'll be like, fuck that bitch. That bitch ain't your stepmama. And Samira, if you allow this to go on, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be
and you meant it. So you don't care nothing about Amira.
My daughter is getting therapy right now for that bullshit.
You don't even care nothing about Amira.
You trying to treat her like she's a grown up the same way you did me. You want me to get in y'all's relationship with you and dad and stuff, and I'm a fucking child.
And Frank, how? Why you trying to say your daughter's wrong for not getting to know your new wife? You ain't got to know me to this day. And you gave your word. You told my wife if I went to go get some help, hell, I went to a facility for 3 days. Whether something's right or wrong with me or not, I did it though. We still ain't had no conversation, hoe ass nigga. And I'm still want to have one.
And you keep trying to ask for Amira and Amir.
And you the last.
But you don't want to have nothing to do with Samir and Ramir.
And the last motherfucking text you sent my wife is about you got a partnership with FAU with some motherfucking vegan organic vodka.
But you ain't asked for none of my vegan meals that I make to put on your fucking menu at the Social Vegan. Why? You told me that the reason why I lost my opportunity is because it was with Chiquita and not you. Well, you have the opportunity. to do something different, and
you
still
ain't even apologize, just like Chiquita.
And you want me to worship you?
Neither one of y'all apologize.
Chiquita, you mad because I don't worship you? What y'all want me to worship? Some fucking abusers?
And then gonna try to make me the abuser.
And then here's the thing, y'all gonna tell me y'all didn't help me when I told y'all I got molested because y'all black people didn't know nothing about therapy. Well, your ass was working in school system, Chiquita and Dad. So even if you was wanting to use black people don't know how to get therapy, we just deal with our trauma. Y'all both. Black people was not working in the school system like that, and y'all both worked at the school system. So the reason why I was telling y'all that something happened to me is because, one, I felt like y'all were protectors. Y'all was saying y'all was coming to take me from my unprotected mother and grandmother. And two, because y'all both work for a school system. That's why I told you. But hell, obviously I was smarter than y'all dumbasses, because I know to go get somebody some help that needs help, including myself. And my husband is the one that helped me. So, Dad, why wouldn't you want to sit down with him? Chiquita, why wouldn't you want to respect his wishes? Because he the one that called CPS on you.
I sure the fuck did. And I hope they look at this video and snatch your whole fucking license from you. That ain't my wife talking, that's me talking. Because you disrespectful.
And I keep telling you, stop, leave me alone, quit reaching out. My daughter don't need nothing from her. See, what y'all think is that y'all could turn my daughter against me for some things.
Man, I know Amira's super smart. If she really wanted to get back to y'all, she'd have told some kind of lie or something to
But this ain't that.
But this ain't that.
This ain't that.
She knows we care about her. She knows we really love her.
And she knows her mama loves her too. Because she just chose to have her when my dad, this is supposed to be my father, he told me to have an abortion because he knew that my celebrity career was about to pop off. Well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care. I will to be a wife and a mother. That's really my purpose. And then everything else, you know what I'm saying? Optimal health is wealth. Y'all know that's my purpose too. So we're not going to get it twisted. If I wanted to be famous, I'm late right now. I'm supposed to be on tour with Janet Jackson. My daughter say Janet Jackson, Usher, and Chris Brown. Okay?
That's the truth.
Because I can still do it. But I don't want to do that. I want to do it in a way where I can, in a way that I can observe the Most High. That's the only way I want to do it. And the only way I know how to do it is optimal health as well. Hell, I can sit up here and write a hit in front of y'all. Don't nobody even know me outside of probably Lexington and Tallahassee. And I'm a Grammy contender. So thank you, Lexington and Tallahassee. For real, that's Kentucky.
But that means her
and Florida.
That means her artistry must be that good. And she got nominated for a performer. That means you had to actually do some shit.
Yeah, I didn't get nominated for Best Songwriting. I got nominated for a Grammy for Best Performance. And guess what? Who taught me how to perform? My mama and my brother. So Dad, miss me with that. Okay? You didn't perform that. That was your hook. You wrote the hook to Hands Up. But I wrote the verses and you did not perform it, boo.
Put that on your DJ table.
And make your artist do that. What you trying to put my DNA in your new artist?
Yeah, that's disrespectful. Don't go get some Colombian chick from Tallahassee.
That can barely speak English.
And ain't talented. For real. Ain't talented at all.
So, like JC said, okay, make another one. I'm just saying. That's how you act like your children are replaceable. And we supposed to be we supposed to be your legacy. But you want me to worship you instead of giving honor and praise to the Most High. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm supposed to honor you. But see, you the one that got a dishonorable discharge. Back in when my mama died? Oh, okay. So you dishonored yourself. So why would you want me to worship you, Frankie Lee Hall, Sr.? Because I'm not going to fall in line like the others and be trying to take your head off of your position. I don't want that. I'd rather you take your position and be a child of the Most High. Salah.
Salah. And Shaquita, You fucked with him for all that time. Even so much so that he had another child on the way and another child on the way. And what else was going on? But you fucked with it, was loyal enough to put yourself in the middle of some shit, was faithful and loyal enough to go to the funeral where Mr. Alonzo Johnson attended as a pallbearer.
Kendrick Gardner said, sorry to drop in on this. This is Chiquita's cousin, my cousin too. He said, also so sorry to hear. Now he's saying sorry about this. He's learning about his cousin.
Yeah. But they gonna make me lose my train of thought, though.
Yeah.
So watch
thank
this,
you.
Yeah,
thank you,
bro.
For real, thank you.
Thank you. But check this
he
out.
thought it was gonna be something negative.
No, I didn't. I didn't. No, I understand. I love you. Thank you, cuz. But check this out, though. You're gonna make me lose my train of thought. And my train of thought is, Chiquita, you at my mother-in-law's funeral that is pallbeared by Alonzo Johnson, the man that did dirt to my wife, Frankie Lee Hall.
Mama Lester.
You wasn't there, but your wife was. Huh. And you don't know
Alonzo Johnson. But conveniently, he was the pallbearer. Now, see, one might say, well, Samira, if you was at the funeral, then how would you know he wasn't there? Y'all don't understand. I was 8 years old. Everything was a blur. I didn't even get to say bye to my mama. Like, she went to the hospital like she normally did. It wasn't unnormal for her to go to the hospital every so often. She went to the hospital. She was breathing. I know she was breathing. She had lupus, you know what I'm saying? But it's plenty of people that's still living over lupus. She had a drug addiction. Shit, it's people, and it ain't the drugs that they doing now, the K2 and all that, KT and all that stuff, or the, what's the other one that's dropping people dead left and right? Fentanyl. No, it was crack. People are still living today smoking crack.
It's South Florida, so it's probably
for
pure
30,
cocaine.
40, 50 years.
So it's probably pure cocaine. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? For real though, she was honorable because she held on to both of her children that whole time. And if she was the baddest parent or the worst parent, there's no way she would have been able to keep them all that time. No way. She passed away with her children. She passed away with her children.
Nobody never took us away from my mama.
But all that's been
crack,
negative,
no crack. They never took us away from her.
But all that's been said, that's negative, dismissive, like Frank, you said that she played out on you. Well, bro, who gives a shit? If you really loved her, see it through. Because you ain't faithful. Shit, since I've known your daughter and figured out she was her dad, I was like, damn.
If that's the case, you wouldn't deal when they got married.
Has that nigga ever tried to holler at your friends?
And I'm not the daughter that hooked him up with friends. I'm not her.
Because
I'm
nigga,
not
you
that
smutted up the whole city. Pretty much. You smutted everywhere you go. You smut, bro.
And Chiquita, I told you to leave him when I was 9.
But you stayed loyal for some reason. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why I think y'all stay loyal to each other to this day. Because Chiquita, you just went to his wedding.
And y'all went overseas with each other.
Yeah, as a couple, as two couples.
Y'all coupling in? I thought you was mad at Chiquita because you felt like she was messing with the neighbor the whole time.
What's his name? Fuck him.
Gary.
Oh, his ass on her too.
Gary?
Yeah.
Gary used to be our neighbor.
So all y'all went on a vacation. But all y'all care about a mirror.
And Chiquita, you hate Dion.
And I hate to say this, but all y'all care so much about a mirror. What about a mirror? Because I don't care if y'all ever care about Rommer and Summer. I hope you don't. I hope y'all stay far the fuck away. That's on my mama. Now, if you come around, you better have God's spirit on you. That's your choice, whether you get to see him or not. But you ain't gonna slide, slick, slurp up in here. And I know you want to, because that's the way you can get to me. But guess what? That'll never happen. Ever. Because you won't apologize. Something simple as an apology. Nobody want nothing from you. I'm going to say it one last time. I don't want nothing from you, Frank Hall, you, Chiquita Shields. I don't want nothing from you. Because what you carry has death with it.
That's blood money,
every step of the way. People die around y'all. Insurance policy. Shit, Shakoya, I hope you still listening. Insurance policy.
Because they weren't taking your ass out to eat. When I was around, they were saying you was a drunk, and they didn't want you around. Because they want to put all the liquor up. And they said that you was lying about Otha. that he molested you too. And I was the only one that really believed you. So I'm kind of really like disgusted. I'm not even gonna lie. So I hope the meal for your birthday was good, but I will probably go and get a blood analysis done and make sure they ain't try to poison me. Because I don't trust them bitches.
Because Chiquita shows up right before Miss Darlene passes. Frank tried to come to the hospital right before Miss Darlene passes. And Alonzo Johnson
with a
came,
furlough, a convenient furlough.
And Alonzo Johnson happened to bogart up in the crib with her whole mama there, Granny, with her whole grandmama there. And did what he did, and did what he did. And then she dies not too long after that. Come on, man. You don't take no rocket science and put 1 + 1 + 1 = 2.
I hate to even get on here and have to address this shit. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, she be putting people on blast and whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank God, you know, I have a social media.
Yeah, and thank God. Because if it wasn't for God, ain't no telling what y'all try to do to us.
I had to come to the realization when I realized that, you know, I signed up to be abused. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually after my mom died.
By both of y'all.
I'm not gonna lie, when my mom died, my whole world turned upside down.
By both of y'all, Sergeant and G.I. Jane.
Yeah, Sergeant Frank and G.I. Jane.
By both of y'all. Y'all worked her that whole time.
Y'all worked me, y'all abused me. Dad used to put spies on me. I was 9, 8. Why the fuck you put a spy on me? What's wrong with you? What happened to you? Who did it to you? Why do you move like that? Why you like that, Dad? Like, why are you like that? Seriously, I sound like a little girl on here asking my dad, like, who are you? Because I sure as hell don't know who you are. And that's scary. And you can't be around my children. If I don't know who you are, I don't give a fuck. You could be granddaddy. If I don't know you and I've been around you for 30 years.
With $1 billion, bro, it's not worth it. You can have $1 billion, it's not worth it.
And Chiquita, I don't know what you're capable of. You're so fucking evil and you're so fucking full of hate. You know how I know you're full of hate? Because you got self-hate. You still bleaching your skin, young lady. You still got them skin bleaching objects. I mean, what you think that teach me and Ashanti at a mirror? And then you want a mirror to be around you? You sitting there fucking bleaching your skin and perming your beautiful hair? And you hate your mama. So what you trying to teach my daughter, to hate hers? No, bitch, go get some therapy and get the hate out of your heart. Because you're evil. You turned into an evil witch.
I don't think she turned into one. I think
she was birthed one.
I think she's been one.
You mad at your mama. What the fuck is you mad at Miss Lorraine about? Then you the first one there when Tracy died, when you hated her too. I had to help Tracy's daughter get free, Chiquita Shields. Her dad came in her life. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have all the glitz and glamours and the business savvy stuff that Chiquita them had. But guess what he did have for his daughter? He had love for his daughter. So when his daughter came to me and was like, she's mistreating me, she's putting Ashanti above me, she's making me feel less than, I went to Chiquita. I wasn't up but like 19 or 20 years old. I said, fuck that. You need to let her go with her daddy. I don't give a fuck if he do live in a hut tent. It's got love in it. Because this mansion. I helped raise Mallory. And my sister hate me to this day. Why Ashanti?
Why they made you watch?
Why you hate me, Ashanti?
How old was you when they made you watch Ashanti and Mallory? While they was building their empire?
Shit, I had to watch Ashanti when I was 11. We only 11 years apart. I had to watch Ashanti when I was 11. As soon as I moved to Kentucky, Chiquita went and got Mallory so you could get all the benefits again. Once again, you using children, sucking children's energy. You don't even like Mallory, and you make her feel less than. How you gonna make her feel less than me? Shit, I already gotta feel less than Ashanti and you, and Anshay and everybody else in the house. And then you want to do that to other children. I'm telling y'all, if anybody got children at Chiquita Shields, a.k.a. G.I. Jane's daycare, you need to go get them. Fuck that shit. I'm tired of you, Chiquita. I've been telling you, stay the fuck away from my daughter, stay the fuck away from me, and stay the fuck away from my family. Because you don't have God in your heart. You have hate in your heart. Are you the devil, bitch? Are you Satan?
No, she's not the devil or Satan. It's only one. But she works for him. You're not going to be disrespectful to anybody because nobody's the devil. It's only one.
No, she deserves disrespect. Wants disrespect.
However, she works for him. Listen.
Yeah, and I'm talking about Dad too.
Yeah, she works for him.
Yes, that's why I said, who the fuck is he? And I don't know why he wants me to worship him. That's what Lucifer wanted. You know, the fallen angel. The one who wanted everybody to worship him. Look at me, look at me, look at me, everybody. Look at me. I can do this, I can do that. Come here, come work for me. Come get the money, come get the gold, come get the fame, come get the hoes, come get the cars, come get the clothes. That's you, Frank Hall. Now, one would say, why you dishonoring your dad? Well, he the one. Ask him if he got a dishonorable discharge out of the military for selling dope in the army and killing his ex-wife, which is my mama.
And what's really funny is everybody cares about Amira, but you didn't care enough about Samira. You came to see her mom before she passed, so you knew Samira was alive. You wasn't in prison. What the fuck stopped you from calling CPS if you knew she was on dope? Hello? Frankie Lee Hall? What stopped you from telling her to do it? I think it was, hold on, man. I think it was Alonzo Johnson. That part. So y'all been tied up all this time, and you had to keep an eye on her, because she was the one that ain't like y'all.
Because when y'all asked me, when you got out of prison, Dad, and you said, what do y'all want to be when y'all grow up? I remember Anshay said, I want to be a doctor. He kept it real. He said he wanted to be a psychiatrist or psychologist or something. Well, he's a social worker. He has a doctorate, so that's, you know. And guess what I said? And my brother can attest to this, because y'all didn't know what to do with me. I said I wanted to uplift my community. That's what I said. And y'all didn't know what to do with me. That's why, Chiquita, you had to put my ass out after high school. Instead of nourishing that and help cultivating that, you didn't know what to do with me. And you didn't know what to do with my mama either. So that's why you had to team up with the devil and get rid of her. But was it worth it? Because I'm still alive and well and healthy, optimal health as well. So quit playing with me and my well-being, because I do matter. How the fuck you love my daughter and you treated me like shit?
And you still treating her that in a negative way because you have.
So what I've been doing is I have to. My daughter is disrespectful to me because of you. That's why we got away from you. Because you was trying to do the same, work the same spell you was working on me with my daughter. Because you told me to have her. Why? So she can go against me? Then you had me raise Ashanti. So what you think Ashanti gonna do? I told my sister to think for herself. You mad at me for that? Why?
And she has thought for herself, because the other day on the phone, what's that say? Talk about that scenario.
Well, I called Ashanti on her birthday, my sister. I mean, on her birthday, which just passed here recently. I called my sister and I told her happy birthday, because even though, you know, my sister goes along with her mom, I still love her because I helped raise her and I helped raise Mala too. And thank you, Mala, for acknowledging that. You know what I'm saying? But Ashanti, I called her on her birthday and she asked to speak to Amira. And so, you know, she speaks to Amira and she, first of all, she don't acknowledge any other of my children. The only child that they acknowledge, her and Chiquita, is Amira. That's it. Anyways, Amira gets on the phone. She's saying, oh, Amira, your birthday just passed. Now, mind you, Ashanti, did you tell Amira happy birthday? Okay. Anyways. So you said, oh, your birthday just passed, Amira. I'm going to send you something for your birthday. Then she said, well, I'll ask your mom if I can send you something. And she said, you know what? Never mind. I ain't going to ask her. I'll just send it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which was very disrespectful, especially Ashanti, because probably I've been more of a mother to you than your own mama. Okay? But the fact that you didn't send it, thank you for respecting me. That means a lot to me. I'm not going to take that away. Like my husband makes me acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? But I am so going to call you out on your bullshit because you came down here, you know what I'm saying, and you do the same shit. And I think you trying to take your mama's position. But no, it stops. I have children, honey. And the same protection and freedom I gave you, I'm going to give it to them too. And I'm going to tell them to think for themselves. Any child should be able to think for themselves. And Chiquita, if you don't promote that, then you need to get the hell out of the daycare business. Because that's very, very unhealthy to teach a child. What you want them to be controlled and engineered and think the way you want them to think, then what you groom them for? I helped you get stars. I help you get accreditation. I help you leverage up in your business, Chiquita, genuinely, healthy. I was a child when I came to work with you, but I had morals.
But the reason why you didn't make her a director is because you didn't want to find out what you was doing.
And you jealous.
And you didn't want to find out what you was doing. Because you was moving funny.
Just like you was jealous of my mama.
Yeah, you was moving funny.
You got so much
when
hate.
I found out that when I found out that well, I ain't gonna say it, but when I found out a certain person was the director, I already knew he was moving funny. You see what I'm saying? I want to take my children out there in. But the only reason why I didn't, and I'm gonna keep it real, is because Samira was the main one watching. That's the only. I met her the first time. I dropped my children off the first time. I met her. I seen who was gonna be watching my children, so I felt her energy. I didn't even know that. This is the God's honest truth. I didn't even know she was y'all daughter.
Not because they treat me like the, you know how they treat Cinderella?
They had you all in the back. They had you all in the back near the kitchen, so you could do all the extra work. Look, listen, I ain't stupid. Watch this, man. When my mama said, "Okay, take them to daycare," because I had custody of my two daughters at the time, so me and Tamara, they cool, they know it. So I took them to a daycare so they could get some time and socialize and whatnot. So I didn't want them to go to daycare. I didn't trust my children with anybody. So my mom was like, "Okay, well, my best friend's sister is the director, so let them go over because she can keep an eye on them." Like, I still didn't trust that shit though. So I went, dropped them off, and that's the first time I really actually met Samira. I had seen her before, but that's the first time I actually met her. And shit, my 3-year-old, no, my 1-year-old,
she was young.
No, my 1-year-old was riding her hip, and everybody that knows me and knows Tamara knows that my daughter did not mess with nobody but me.
The only people that she really messed with at the daycare was the people that she messed with was me, and I would say Audrey sometimes. She would mess with Audrey.
And probably Tamia.
Oh yeah, and probably Tamia. It was me, Audrey, and Tamia, for real. It was the only ones that them girls really messed with, for real.
Because I know Tamia would want to go love on her, because I ain't doing it for love on Tamia.
Yeah, but I gave Tamia. I always give Tamia her props on her.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I loved on Tamia. You see what I'm saying? Like, I loved her, so I never did nothing wrong.
And Audrey is good people.
Yeah.
Audrey is good with babies, for real.
Yeah.
For real, she deserves her respect too, man.
What we ain't gonna do is play like you, motherfucker, ain't no diabolical genius with what you doing. Because you are smart, but you're stupid because you did it. So here's the main thing. All dogs got their day. And you keep barking real loud like you want us to hear you. We all in South Florida for a reason. We didn't even hear you bark. We don't hear you barking. What I really mean to say is, thank you for all the good you did. Thank you. However, you got to pay for what you've done. So to continue to make other people pay lets us know that you haven't asked for forgiveness.
You need to start with your mama.
So you're living in guilt, shame, and remorse, bitterness, resentment. So really, my wife, I think we should pray for you. Because you've been praying on us, or her, or whoever else you can get your hands on.
We're going to pray for Frank, too.
Yeah, because for real, you leveled up to Hispanic people. That's even more diabolical. If you was making money off the black community and the poor white community, supposedly, why is your daycare Latino now? Because they're the new black people. They're the new target. That's what the devils want. They want that because that's harder to put a case on that than it is, hey man, I'm telling you, boy, cold genius. Cold genius. But you ain't smarter than God. So you keep shooting these little birds and kites, and no disrespect to any of y'all, but you keep shooting messages. God hears you, Chiquita.
And he sees you too.
You'll kill yourself rather than go to prison for the rest of your life. But you ain't got to take everybody else with you. Creator of the universe, we want to thank you for what you're doing for us in our lives. We ask that redemption be for everybody. So we specifically pray for Chiquita and Frank, that they will find Christ in their life so they quit messing with other people's lives. We really mean that because we don't know what they've been through. It's not an excuse, but it is what it is. We don't know what y'all been through. But we know why black people don't talk about it. Because you've been through something. And rather than tell the truth and shame the devil, You
would
work
rather
for 'em.
take it to your grave, like y'all both say. It's certain stuff y'all gotta take to the grave. Well, nah.
Well, y'all gonna take it to a grave because y'all might be visiting one. I ain't
Well,
talking about nothing bad happening.
supposed
No,
to
I ain't
be
talking about nothing bad happening to them. I'm talking about we still got some unfinished business. Yeah, that part.
Well, Chiquita, I hope I see you at Rose's party. You know, everybody's coming down here for her birthday, which is the same day as our son's birthday, our 1-year-old son, August the 17th. So, you know, you care so much about Aunt Rose. I hope to see you.
You care so much about a mural, you be right down the street. Either way. And you ain't got to worry about me doing nothing to you at all. You ain't a threat to me. You've never been a threat to me. You the same person that was running up through Douglas Park that wanted somebody to look at her. For what? She wanted to be looked at for. Should have been happy with, you know, being where you was. But for some reason you wasn't. So don't play with me. And when you play with Samira and a mirror, you playing with me. So don't play with me.
Okay, y'all. Well, we about to get off of here because my battery's getting a little low. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys always for supporting me and for tuning in to Samira TV. It's your girl once again reporting live straight out of South Florida, Samira LaRosa. Y'all know how we do it. And yeah, protect your mental health. You know, just take care of yourself, okay? Your well-being, your health matters. And don't forget optimal health as well. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.